It's the 27th of November. It's about 60 degrees outside. The temperature's dropping. It's 1:30 p.m. in East Alabama. Gun season is underway, and right now I am on the road headed to some public land to kill a deer with a bow from the ground. Which, yes, sounds completely insane, but there's a purpose behind it. This spot that I've been at the last couple of weeks, I've hunted it, I think, 3 times, given it about a week break in between. I killed a doe there, but I've got 6 bucks on camera moving during evening, and they've so far only been moving in daylight when it's real cold. Well, it's supposed to be real cold tomorrow, and we also have a crescent moon or a quarter moon tonight. So it's going to be dark at night. I think we have a chance of seeing deer moving during the day. I've also hunted a stand over there. I've taken my XOP air raid stand. I've hung it out there in the woods. I've walked it in, hunted it the exact same day. And unfortunately, other than that doe, I haven't seen any bucks worth shooting from that stand. I think part of the reason is I've been in there 2 or 3 times now. I'm pretty confident that the bucks have shifted their movement patterns so that they're avoiding the game trail where I set my stand and where I had the camera. Each time I've checked the camera, 3 times now total, I've seen less buck movement at that particular spot, but I'm still seeing a lot of sign in the area. So today, I'm gonna go in with my pack, with my orange, of course, on the public land with my bow, but instead of going in and hanging my stand, I'm gonna go in quiet. I'm gonna find this piece of high ground that me and Austin saw some does from last time we hunted this spot, and I'm gonna park myself on that piece of high ground, set up some shooting lanes, and I believe, based off the way the wind's blowing today, that we're gonna have some deer moving in the low ground that should set me up for about a 40-yard shot of anything moving on that game trail that's gonna be below me. And I shouldn't need a tree stand, shouldn't need a ground blind. I should just be able to get up there, find a good shooting lane, sit real quiet, and the benefit here is, of course, I don't have to make all that noise of hanging up my stand. So this is a risky maneuver. Sync control is gonna be a key here, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. Let's go hunt. There's 3 things I always walk in with. It's my rangefinder. I slip it right here into this pocket. My phone, because I use the Scout Look hunting app to navigate my way to the stand, check wind direction, weather, see the likely peak game movement periods. Keep that guy right here. And my release. I've learned to walk in with my release because every time you bump a deer, that's a deer you could have had a chance on. You're just as likely to stumble across a shooter as you walk into your stand as you are once you're already set. So best to be ready to go at all times. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. With that, let's go get after it. Got about a half-mile walk to that piece of ground that I plan on sitting. I'm gonna have to take it slow. Wind is in our favor, but it could turn at any second. That half-mile walk starts here. We're about a quarter mile in, and there's this big cliff face that I gotta work my way down. Should be interesting. Solid start. From here on out, I gotta be silent. I'm gonna take a pause, put the camera on my head in case I gotta take a shot on the way in. See you soon. We're going up to that piece of high ground right there. We've got a watering hole right over here and a river on the back side. The deer funnel in between the watering hole and that river, and that piece of high ground up top is going to give us our position to ambush any deer moving through that funnel. It's about 3:45 right now, and we're starting to get into prime time. The sun goes down at 6 today, and the woods just have that quality about them where they feel alive, like there's going to be movement. So I'm feeling pretty good. We still got time. Squirrels are yammering all over the place, just making a ton of noise. I saw that armadillo on the way in. I see fresh deer sign. We have those acorns that I'm sitting on. I saw the shells that were shucked. I saw fresh scat on the ground. And I've seen deer moving in this funnel before, so I'm feeling pretty good. There's 3% illumination on a crescent moon tonight. Temperature's dropping, winds in my favor. Everything looks good. But, just because everything looks good doesn't mean the deer are going to cooperate. So we're going to sit tight, and I think we're going to have a shot. Get some movement here pretty quick. It's 4:45. I've Got about an hour until sundown. Still nothing. Got freaking squirrels, armadillos everywhere. But not a whitetail in sight. So, we'll see. At this point, hope's starting to fade a little bit, but we'll stick it out till legal shooting light. Then I've got to run over and pick up my camera. I'm going to move it somewhere else tomorrow. That hunt ended like most of them usually do, walking through the woods by yourself at nighttime with nothing to show for it. And that can be troubling sometimes, but that's also just how hunting is. Not everyone can afford those expensive leases or the outfitted hunts, and so the rest of us, 99% of hunters, end up having to hunt public land, and it's tough. Just seeing a deer is an accomplishment, especially here in the Deep South. That being said, we did a lot of things right. I went and pulled my camera afterwards, and I've still got some deer moving on the camera. One of my target bucks is seen at this scrape. It's still hot. The challenge is all these deer are still moving at nighttime because I think it's still a little bit too warm for them to be moving during the daylight. And now that rifle season is kicked in, the hunting pressure has picked up in making these deer even more nocturnal. So the way we're going to solve that is keep an eye on the temperature, wait for it to drop, wait for the rut to hit in and get a little bit more aggressive, and work our way closer to the bedding areas by analyzing the direction of travel that these deer are moving on that camera, and then start creeping our way towards the bedding area, because we know that they're going to be awake during some form of daylight, even if it's just 10, 15, 20 minutes of daylight. They're going to wake up in the evening, walk all night, bed down in the morning. The closer you are to the bed, the more likely you are to catch those deer in daylight.